Grab your poodle skirt and throw on an Elvis record, because the 50s are back. Well, not exactly. Although it might seem that way if you're following culinary trends, as these foods from several decades ago are popular once again. Casseroles first rose to popularity in the 50s, thanks in large part to recipes printed right on the backs of cans and bags of then novel convenience foods. For example, potato chip tuna noodle casserole first appeared on cans of Jay's potato chips. Green bean casserole, meanwhile, was developed in 1955 for Campbell's soup. Over the years, casseroles have ebbed and flowed in popularity, and they're now resolutely at the peak of that cycle. The classic green bean casserole has returned to American tables during the uncertain times of the COVID-19 pandemic as a bastion of comfort. And on top of that, French's has opted to create new convenience foods in a bit of an echo of the ingredients that first paved the way for casserole's original popularity. The company most famous for yellow mustard and freeze-dried fried onions is now also selling green bean casserole snack mix, so you can enjoy it as a portable version whenever you're on the go. The early days of the COVID pandemic saw many home cooks breaking out their flour to perfect sourdough loaves and banana bread. But they might just be better off by reviving another nostalgic classic, none other than pie. In a 2021 Washington Post op-ed, Megan McArdle bemoaned the loss of the proper pie in the country's culinary know-how, as she claimed that this all-American classic may soon fade away for good. But despite McArdle's worries that we've become overly reliant on store-bought crust and shortcuts, homemade pie crust is actually experiencing a revival. Publications like Parade, Machismo, and Chowhound all recently explored the benefits of opting for homemade, despite the myriad of store-bought options available. All three outlets crowned homemade the far better option, and if this coverage of offering how-tos for homemade pie crust is any indication, Americans are ready to take the dough back into their own hands.
This must be where pies go when they die.
While cakes resembling Bundts can be found all over Europe, the pan that gave rise to the popularity of this cake first appeared in American kitchens in 1950. That was when, at the behest of local immigrant groups, the Minnesota Nordic Ware Company released a metal cake pan similar to Kugelhopf pans found in Central Europe. It was the pan that ended up spawning 1,000 recipes, as Bundt cakes quickly exploded in popularity in the US. While Bundt cakes are all about the pan, it bears mentioning that the recipe that really helped them soar to new heights of popularity was the tunnel of fudge cake, which was invented in 1966. But in the 50s, there was already a wide variety of different flavors, including the 7-Up version, which offered a lemony twist.
Make 7-Up yours!
And now Bundts are hip again all these years later. Call it cottagecore or grandma chic, but no matter what you call it, this old-fashioned dessert is more than primed for an encore. Frozen dinners were the convenience food par excellence of the 1950s, and it's not hard to see why. Nothing could be simpler. Simply reheat the tray of pre-portioned food in the newfangled microwave, peel off the plastic, and dig in. But TV dinners of yore were far from a feast for the eyes or stomach. Indeed, they often featured a ho-hum combo of dry turkey, dry mashed potatoes, and to finish things off, a dry brownie. Despite these woeful memories, frozen dinners are back, and they've had a makeover for a new generation. Today's frozen dinners are tasty and healthful, and with delivery options available as well, frozen dinners are even easier than they were back in the 50s. And for those of you with certain dietary specifications, Mosaic Meals even delivers chef-prepared vegan and vegetarian frozen dinners to reheat and enjoy. The original recipe for beef stroganoff dates to a late 19th century contest won by a French chef in Russia. But the dish as we know it today, a combination of beef, mushrooms, and a creamy gravy ladled over boiled dried egg noodles, surged to popularity post-World War II. It began as a refined dinner party favorite belying its European origins, but it soon became associated with ho-hum cafeteria food and thus waned in renown.
Beef stroganoff, isn't that getting a little loose with the language?
But lately, beef stroganoff has enjoyed quite the dinner table resurgence. According to a May 2021 Daily Mail article, searches for nostalgic dishes such as stroganoff have jumped 300%. Just in case all this talk about beef stroganoff has you wanting to revisit the dish or try it for the first time, We recommend cooking it with egg noodles, mushrooms, beef broth, yellow onion, garlic, olive oil, sour cream, and Italian parsley. A cocktail party staple from the 19th century and well into the first half of the 20th century, deviled eggs are experiencing a true comeback, but with a twist. The relatively simple 1950s finger food that consists of eggs stuffed with a filling, made from their own hard-boiled yolks, mayonnaise, and paprika are all dolled up nowadays. They were strictly the purview of picnic tables and barbecues once upon a time, but now deviled eggs are appearing on some of America's high dining tables. Chefs behind modern iterations of deviled eggs have spiked this humble bite with everything from squid ink to truffles to caviar and more. We may have science to thank, at least in part, for deviled eggs' return to the spotlight. After years of eggs being falsely blamed for spiking cholesterol levels, most experts agree that eggs are actually heart-healthy and an excellent addition to our diets, rich in protein and minerals. So go ahead and dance with the devil in this case. Even God will be happy for you. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite foods are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.